Welcome to True Crime Chronicle, where we peel back the layers of human nature's darkest impulses. Today, we're diving into a story that underscores how trust, once shattered, can leave an indelible scar, a theme profoundly explored in Greg E. Adams' The Betrayal Instinct. Our tale begins in Oakhaven, a picturesque town where the gentle rhythm of life was anchored by institutions like Finch Antiques, a local treasure run by the universally adored Arthur Finch.
Arthur Finch, a man of 58 with a hearty laugh and an almost childlike enthusiasm for history, had built Finch Antiques into a pillar of the community over 3 decades. His discerning eye for artifacts was matched only by his generous spirit. He was known for his unwavering faith in people, a quality that, in hindsight, would prove to be both his greatest strength and, tragically, his most significant vulnerability. His business partner, Marcus Thorne, 20 years his junior, had been by his side for 10 years.
Marcus, always impeccably dressed, was the quiet, methodical counterpart to Arthur's effervescence. Together, they seemed an unbeatable team, their partnership a testament to shared passion and mutual respect. Or so everyone believed. Until, that is, the morning of October 14th, when the idyllic facade of Oakhaven was irrevocably shattered by a discovery that would plunge the town into a chilling nightmare, revealing the sinister undercurrents beneath a seemingly perfect partnership.
On that fateful October morning, a delivery driver, arriving at Finch Antiques well before opening hours, found the front door ajar. Inside, a scene of shocking disarray, display cases overturned, ancient artifacts scattered, and, in the center of it all, Arthur Finch, lying still, a pool of crimson staining the antique Persian rug beneath him. It was a brutal, unthinkable act in a town unaccustomed to such violence. The initial assumption, naturally, was a robbery gone horribly wrong.
Local law enforcement, quickly overwhelmed, called in Detective Eleanor Vance from the state police. Vance, a seasoned investigator with a reputation for sharp insight, arrived to a somber scene. She meticulously surveyed the chaos, noting details that gnawed at her, subtle inconsistencies that whispered of something far more complex than a simple smash and grab. The shop's valuable centerpiece, a rare Ming Dynasty vase, was still conspicuously in its place. This detail immediately struck a discordant note in the robbery theory.
The shop's layout suggested a struggle, but certain items, easily portable and highly valuable, remained untouched. The safe, which Arthur always left open during business hours for convenience, was also left undisturbed. The only items seemingly missing were a few smaller silver pieces and some loose cash from the register, almost too insignificant for such a violent confrontation. Detective Vance felt a chill, not just from the morning air, but from the unsettling feeling that something crucial was being overlooked.
As Detective Vance delved deeper, Oakhaven's tight-knit community began to show its cracks. Marcus Thorne, Arthur's business partner, was among the first interviewed. He expressed profound shock and grief, his composure almost too perfect. His alibi was ironclad. He'd been at home with his wife, who corroborated his story without hesitation. Yet Vance observed a subtle nervousness in his eyes, a flicker of something she couldn't quite place, but which registered, nonetheless, as a red flag.
The investigation soon turned to the business's financial records. While Finch Antiques appeared to be thriving, a closer look revealed a different story. Arthur, ever trusting, had given Marcus significant control over the finances. What Vance uncovered was a pattern of escalating debt in Marcus's personal accounts, juxtaposed with unusually large, unexplained withdrawals from the business's general fund. These transactions, authorized by Marcus, were cleverly disguised, blending into the routine expenses of a busy antique dealership.
It became clear that Marcus Thorne had been systematically siphoning funds, a betrayal of trust that could easily have amounted to hundreds of thousands of dollars over several years. Arthur, with his boundless faith, had never scrutinized the books with the same detail. The motive was beginning to crystallize, not a random act of violence, but a calculated effort to silence Arthur before his burgeoning suspicions or an unfortunate audit could expose Marcus's elaborate scheme. The robbery was merely a gruesome cover-up.
With financial irregularities pointing a strong finger at Marcus Thorne, Detective Vance's team intensified their focus. They discovered Marcus lived a lifestyle far beyond what his legitimate share of the business could support. Expensive cars, exotic vacations, and high-stakes gambling debts painted a stark contrast to Arthur's more modest, grounded existence. The pressure on Marcus must have been immense, a suffocating weight of impending exposure that could destroy his carefully constructed facade of success.
The breakthrough came from an unexpected source. A hidden security camera in an alley adjacent to Finch Antiques, installed by a neighboring shop concerned about petty vandalism. The grainy footage, recovered after extensive digital forensics, showed a figure matching Marcus Thorne's build, entering the alley hours before the supposed robbery and then leaving shortly after Arthur was last seen alive, carrying a small dark bag. His alibi, though seemingly robust, was now crumbling under the weight of visual evidence.
Further forensic analysis of the crime scene revealed trace evidence, a specific type of fiber from a rarely used cleaning cloth found near Arthur's body, which matched fibers from a similar cloth discovered in Marcus Thorne's garage. This, combined with a single faint fingerprint on a piece of shattered pottery near the body, ultimately linked to Marcus, provided the conclusive evidence needed to move forward. The pretense of a random robbery was now fully unmasked, revealing the chilling truth of a calculated betrayal.
Armed with a mountain of evidence, Detective Vance brought Marcus Thorne in for a second, much more intense interview. Faced with the security footage, the financial discrepancies, and the forensic links, his veneer of grief finally cracked. The meticulous, controlled businessman dissolved into a desperate, cornered man. He confessed, his voice barely a whisper, to the murder of his longtime partner, Arthur Finch. The motive was exactly as Vance had suspected: fear of exposure.
Marcus detailed his carefully planned crime. He had entered the shop using his own key, knowing Arthur would be there alone, reviewing inventory. A heated argument about the missing funds quickly escalated. When Arthur threatened to go to the police, Marcus panicked, grabbing a heavy bronze sculpture and striking Arthur, then staging the scene to appear as a botched robbery. His actions, he claimed, were born out of desperation, but the calculated nature of the cover-up painted a picture of cold, deliberate malice.
The confession sent shockwaves through Oakhaven, leaving many grappling with the unsettling reality that the man they had trusted implicitly was capable of such a heinous act. The betrayal resonated deeply, as if the entire town had lost a piece of its innocence. Arthur Finch's family, though heartbroken, found a measure of peace in knowing the truth. Yet the scars of betrayal would forever remain, a chilling reminder of how trust, once shattered, can never truly be rebuilt.
Marcus Thorne was subsequently charged, and after a swift trial presenting the overwhelming evidence compiled by Detective Vance and her team, was convicted of first-degree murder. He received a life sentence, a stark consequence for his profound breach of trust and the taking of an innocent life. The community of Oakhaven grappled with the aftermath for years. the murder serving as a somber cautionary tale about the complexities of human relationships and the hidden dangers of unchecked greed.
Arthur Finch's legacy, however, endured. His antique shop, though eventually sold, remained a symbol of his passion and warmth. His story became a poignant local legend, a reminder of the good he brought to the world and the devastating cost of a betrayal that echoed the primal instincts explored by Greggy Adams. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes the greatest threats don't come from strangers, but from those closest to us, those to whom we have extended our deepest trust.
The betrayal instinct posits that betrayal is not just an external event, but an inherent human capacity, a shadow lurking in the depths of our interactions. The Finch case is a stark reminder that while trust is fundamental to society, it is also fragile, requiring constant vigilance and understanding of the motivations that can drive even the most trusted individuals to unimaginable acts. For True Crime Chronicle, I'm James Mitchell.
And I'm Chloe Williams. Until next time, stay safe and remember to always look beyond.